Hey everyone, this is Perfect Nails by Leah. Today I'm going to be doing a full set with colored acrylic. And right now I'm just doing my prep work. I'm pushing the cuticles back. Also, I'm only going to be showing one hand because if I show both hands, this video will be extremely long. And then I'm just going to take my e-file and with a medium grit sanding band, I'm just going to lightly file over the nail just to remove the shine. For all the nail techs watching, comment below if you enjoy doing long nails or short nails better. For me, I personally love doing long nails better. I don't know, it's just something about them. I feel like you could do more designs with them. And I just feel like it's easier for some reason. So comment below and let me know. And I'm just going to brush off the dust from the filing. And then I'm going to take a lint-free wipe with alcohol and wipe off the nails. Then I'm going to start applying my tips. I'm going to make sure I measure them sidewall to sidewall to make sure they fit perfectly, because you don't want them to be too small because they'll make the nail start lifting, and then you also don't want them to be too big like where they're on the skin, because that can also cause lifting as well. And this is going to be a long set, so I'm just double tipping. So I'm just adding an extra tip to the first tip I put on by just adding a little glue to the end of it and then putting that extra tip on. Okay, so now I'm going to take my tip cutters and just cut off to the desired length. Then I'm going to go compare it against all the other nails on the other hand. So now I'm going to take my straight edge nail clippers. I'm just going to cut off some from the sides just so it's tapered in some. So when I'm filing, I won't have to file as much. And this is a good step to do, especially if you want to cut down on your time. So I'm just going to show you on the first two nails just so this video won't be extra long. Now I'm taking my 100-100 grit file and I'm just going to file the sides. I'm going to taper it in just a little bit so it can get that coffin shape. I'm going to try to hold my file as straight as possible. And you want to hold it really straight, because if you don't, you may get like a rounded look instead of like nice, straight and crisp. Or you may take off too much and then you'll have to restart, soak the nail off, put a whole new tip on. So just hold it really straight. now me and my client just realized that she wanted a stiletto pinky. So now I'm just going to add a tip, because when I do a stiletto now, it is usually, it can't be cut like at the same length as the other nails. It has to start off a little bit longer, because when I file it, it kind of files down to be shorter. So with filing the stiletto nail, I really try to take my time, especially since I added another tip on. Sometimes the little piece could pop off and then I'll have to start all over again. So I'm really trying to take my time just to make sure I get a really nice sharp point. And with the filing, you really want to hold your file so where you're only basically filing like the tip. I mean, you still want to file the whole side of the nail, but you basically want to get the tip so you can make it have a sharp point. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with my sanding band and I'm just going to blend the tips. I really like doing this with clear nails because it kind of helps me see the shape more. This step isn't really necessary, but I feel like it kind of helps with the way that I apply the acrylic, and it helps me see the shape better. Now I'm just going to dust them off again, and then I'm going to take a lint-free wipe and wipe them off with a mixture of alcohol and acetone. This is just to prep the nail to make sure it's no more oils on the nail at all. Now right here, I'm just applying my primer. When applying primer, make sure you don't get any on the skin. As you can see with the first nail, I made a mistake and got a little on the skin. So I went back in and wiped it off with alcohol, because you don't want that to just set on the skin, because that can cause irritation. Now I'm just going in again with another coat of the primer, just to double coat the nail to make sure I don't get any lifting. Now with working with colored acrylics, I always go in with a thin layer of clear. This helps me not get any lifting, and it also helps when someone comes in for acrylic redesign. I have to file off all the colored acrylic, and I like to have that layer of clear down there so I won't file on their natural nail. Now for this set, I'm just going in with This colored acrylic that I mixed together is actually a glow in the dark color. I took some glow in the dark powder. The glow in the dark powder was white. I took that and I mixed it with some white and clear, and it's kind of giving like that nut color that everyone loves. So with this now, I did the 2B method. I put some on the nail tip, where the nail tip and the natural nail meets, and then I put in a little bead where by the cuticle area. And then I'm just going to take a couple more beads just to make sure it's nice and even. And since this color is kind of translucent, I had to put in like some smaller beads just to make sure that it has like a full coverage. And I make sure I go around and clean up the cuticle area, make sure nothing is on the cuticle. And then I'm going to encapsulate with clear and also make sure I have a good apex. So this will be an ombre nail. This is the thumb. I'm going to put that white on the nail, and I'm just going to blend it up like halfway, or a little more than halfway, basically where the natural nail is. I'm just going to blend it up because I'm going to apply the Mia Secret Cover Pink on top. So I don't want this to go all the way to the cuticle area. Also, when applying your acrylic, make sure you wipe off the sides of the nail. Make sure it's like no acrylic like spilling over to the sides, because if you don't, it'll basically take away the shape that you already filed, and then you'll have to refile it, and that'll just take up more of your time. So I'm just going in and I'm going to cover this full nail with Mia Secret Cover Pink, and then I'm just going to go over and encapsulate with clear acrylic. And the middle finger and index finger, they are just full white nails. I didn't get a good video of me doing that process, so I had to edit it out. But it's just basically just like how I did the pinky nail. And I am a beginner with filming videos and YouTube and everything, so I'm still learning how to do all of this. But next time I will make sure that I get everything in the video. Now when I do ombre nails, I usually always let the bottom part dry first, and then I'll go in with the top color and ombre it together. So I'm just going to take a small bead of the Mia Secret Cover Pink, and then I'm going to just brush it lightly, like really lightly, and not all the way down the nail, but just kind of halfway. Because if you brush all the product all the way down the nail, then you won't be able to really see that white part. And it took me a really long time to kind of figure out how to do this ombre technique. So don't give up, just keep trying. Just take really small, like wet beads to make sure that it can blend properly. And with ombre nails, you always want to go in and encapsulate the nail with clear, especially where the like two colors meet, because if you don't, when you start filing, the ombre look will get messed up. So definitely make sure you go in with clear acrylic just to encapsulate the ombre. So now I'm just going to go in and file the nails just to make sure I have a nice crisp shape. I won't have to file too much because I did wipe the sides of the nail as I was applying the acrylic. So I'm just going in to just make sure it's nice and crisp. And I am going to show you the filing process on this hand just so you can get a look at this hand as well. Now I'm going in with my e-file to file around the cuticle area just to seal the cuticle off. This is a very important step because if you don't do this, you will get lifting. And I'm sorry that my hair was kind of in the way. Like I said, this is, I'm very new to filming, but I think you can still kind of see it. So I'm just going around the cuticle area. And when going around the cuticle area, make sure your e-file is on a very low speed because this particular bit is very sharp. Most cuticle bits are kind of sharp. So make sure you have your gel at a really low speed and just go really slow around the cuticle. Just make sure that you can see where the acrylic is and where the natural nail is. And here's something I started doing. I started going around the sides of the nail with the e-file. This helps me get like a really good shape because I feel like I can see the nail better, and it just helps me shape the nail a little bit better. Because sometimes with the hand file, I don't get the shape like as perfect as I want to. Okay, now I'm going in with my buffer. This is a very important step because it helps make sure my nails are really smooth. Because sometimes with the e-file, it leaves like little ridges in your nail. This just helps smooth it out. So when I apply my gel top coat, it I feel like it helps give the nail like a really good shine. And that's it for the acrylic application. I'm just going to dust off my nails one last time. I'm going to take a lint-free wipe with alcohol and get all the dust off the nail. Now I'm just going in with my nail stickers. This one is a Louis Vuitton sticker. It's self-adhesive, so I'm just going to place it on there. Just make sure you place it on really straight. And these nail tweezers are perfect for putting stickers on. It helps me put them on really straight, so I highly recommend them if you use nail stickers. Now I'm just going in with some rhinestone glue, and I'm just going to put rhinestones around the perimeter of the nail. And I highly recommend the Seal It Up gel pen from Daily Charm, I believe it is. When I use this, my rhinestones usually stay on the whole time, so I definitely recommend it. And that's how that looks. I'm just going to ask her to cure the nail in the lamp, and I'm going to start on the next nail. This nail will be a full bling nail, so I'm just going to put rhinestones all over the nail. I'm going to start with bigger rhinestones in the middle, and then as it goes out towards the sides, it's going to be smaller rhinestones. I believe these are SS8, and then it'll just go down from there. And right here, I actually put on the smaller rhinestones instead of the SS6. So I had to just move those over. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of the rhinestone glue in the middle of the fingernails. On the last 3 nails that don't have any rhinestones, just add 1 rhinestone to each nail, just so every nail can have a little something. And then we're going to care these, and now I'm going to use my Seal It Up pen. I'm going to use like the pen part. And this is what I love about it, because with this you can make sure that you can like get all the spots where like something might snag off the rhinestone. You make sure you just seal that up. So this is what helps my rhinestones last. And now I'm going in with my gel top coat. I'm just going to polish around the rhinestone. I don't want to get the gel polish like all over top of the rhinestone, because it can kind of take away some of the shine. And for this fingernail, I'm just going to polish like the center part, and then I'm going to go around the perimeter of the nail just to make sure I seal up the perimeter of the nail. And for the full bling nail, I'm also going to do the perimeter. This helps ensure that none of the rhinestones don't come off. Now for the fingers that has the nail stickers on it, I like to go in with another coat of the gel top coat. For me, this just helps the stickers last longer, because sometimes over time, as the nail like rub against stuff, the top coat can kind of like fade off and rub off. Now for the last and final part, I'm just going in with my cuticle oil. And when I apply the cuticle oil, I try not to get the cuticle oil on the actual nails. I just try to make sure I hit the cuticles and then the fingers. I try not to get the cuticle oil on the nails because it kind of takes away some of the shine. Like when I take my pictures, the cuticle oil kind of makes the nail like kind of dull. So I only put it on the skin. Now here's both hands. These nails are so pretty. Everyone loved them on my Instagram. Like, these are like my new favorite set. Anyways, please go subscribe and also follow my IG at Perfect Nails by Leah. Thanks for watching, guys.